Hey, what's going on, guys? ChristopherBrekke here, and I just wanted to do this like a quick video, basically talking about the Dragon Ball Z Blu-ray set that's supposed to be coming out in like November or something like that for the 30th anniversary of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, we're super excited for it. I mean, let's put my mic in a good spot. Yeah, everyone's super excited for it, with all the sarcasm intended. No, it has a lot of controversy around it, and I just wanted to give my opinion because I'm actually somewhere in the middle with this. It's only because a few things actually. There is the point where what they did to this Blu-ray set was probably the worst thing you could probably do to your fans at all. I mean, because look at it like this. There's all these markets for the Dragon Ball fandom. There's the Dragon Ball fandom that doesn't like the grain. There's parts of the Dragon Ball fandom who prefers the full screen, who prefers everything to be wide, who prefers the screen to be filled up. There's also part of the fandom who, they want something cheap. They want to just rewatch the series whenever they want. They just want it cheap. But then there's the huge part of your fandom who's actually excited about the 30th anniversary, who's hardcore fans. That was the market they were trying to go for. At least that's the impression they gave off for it. And they really just went all out. This is not even a scripted video, so if I'm doing a lot of jump cuts and editing, that's why. Anyways, they just did not listen to the fandom, the parts of the fans that were asking for this. Here's all the fans asked. They asked for the colors not to be skewed off. They want the original colors. They prefer the grain in. If they have to take off a little bit of grain, they can. They prefer the 4x3. We didn't ask for much. And what they're giving us was just this, colors were altered. They're saturated. They took out the grain, and what happens when you take out the grain, it's an old show. Yeah, when you take out the grain, you can miss details. Alright? There's ways to take out the grain, such as in Dragon Ball Kai. You can leave them in just fine, but the way Funimation does it, they get over-processed, details are taken out, and it doesn't look good. There's just, take the line work, for example, their process can't tell between lines similar, colors that are too similar. So what they does is it blends them together, and you can be missing complete whole lines because of it, which was happened even worse in not Dragon Boxes, but Orange Bricks. It was really bad in there. Season sets, they were okay, but they still weren't that good. And then stuff is just over-processed, it's way too saturated, and it kind of gives off this impression of the show, which is not what the show is. Dragon Ball isn't supposed to be this thing that's all about,
super roided up, man, got super color.
It's supposed to look vibrant, but it's not supposed to be all these deep shadows. It's not supposed to look like that. Growing up, for me, it was just, that's the impression I had of Dragon Ball, unfortunately. Yeah, I came in through the video games, and then really how I started watching reruns of the series on Toonami when I was younger, but I can't remember those too much, so I really had to rely on YouTube, and when YouTube was in the early days, they had a really bad thing about uploading full episodes, those bad websites, but those were just and all that stuff at the time was from the Orange Bricks. So of course I'm gonna have a really bad impression of the show, thinking that's what those colors are supposed to be. But they're not. It's not supposed to be like that. And Funimation, what they did, they're marketing to that part of the fans that have that impression, which is not supposed to be that. If I'm all over the place in this video, please forgive me. But again, and it doesn't help that this release is so overpriced for what they want for it. Yes, it's $350 up front. Probably with the season sets, for what they wanted at the time, probably would have added up to be that much. But it was $50-$60 on the spot for one season. And it would gradually go over time. And at least at the time, you're getting a bunch of episodes to keep you locked in until you got the next set. But no, this set, it's like a bunch, it's all the whole series, and you're asking a huge price for it. And then you want to put a figure on top of it, which puts that price even higher, and no one even asked for the figure. First of all, I love my figures, don't get me wrong. I have my figures and everything, but don't get me wrong. But that's not how it's supposed to be. The price is too overpriced. If it was like a cheap and it was going to be mass produced, I would have said go for it. But no, they are saying this is a limited time, once in a lifetime thing, and no one should get that. You don't know who you're marketing to. You just disrespected the fans in your blog post who you're marketing to. So it's just bad. Like, for me, when I started really embracing 4x3 is when I started getting the Dragon boxes. I started out with of course, Volume 1 though, but I started embracing it when I got the Dragon boxes because, like, at first I was just getting this because it's rare. And I found it for cheap online. But then I started realizing, I'm like, oh wow, this is a lot better than what I have now. So that's why I started collecting all of these. And it's just the disrespect that they're giving to the series. The Dragon boxes, which these ones were, the Funimation ones, if I remember right, were in 2008, 2009 territory. So that was, it's a long time ago, and they're better than the 30th anniversary stuff. That's bad. It's really bad. Stuff from 10 years ago should not be better than the stuff you're putting out now. And I know Funimation can do better. That's the thing. They have the level sets. I never had a chance to get the level sets myself because at the time I was too young, didn't have money. But even then, it was still like the level sets. What made the level sets overpriced, which Funimation will not admit. They said because pretty much what Funimation's kind of banking on was the level sets failed because of the 4x3. That's what they're kind of banking on. No, they did not fail because they were 4x3. They failed because you overpriced them. Because what you did, you had this whole short time span of you had the orange bricks, and then you immediately came out with the Dragon boxes, and then you came out with the level sets. No, and then you had Dragon Ball Kai going on, Dragon Ball Z Kai going on at the same time, which those Blu-ray sets were coming out at the same time, and then you had the level sets at the same time. That's too much in one short time span. People did not see any value in it. Even though that was probably the best looking for the series that's ever done. But you gave these sets that had so little episodes, and you want to price them super high. That wasn't going to work for people. Especially when at the time you had the orange bricks, where you can get, I don't know the price at the time, so I'm just going to take a guesstimate. Revolving around the Blu-rays, 40 episodes, and if it's for I'm gonna guess maybe around 30 to 40 bucks. Meanwhile, you wanted to get the level set, have only probably, I think it was like 20 episodes, something like that, probably like half the amount of the whole thing. You wanted to price it for double the price just to get the full Saiyan saga. You have to pay twice the price just to get the same amount of episodes. That wasn't going to fly with people, especially at the time when you were already having all these other releases. That's why the level sets failed. Funimation doesn't want to admit that, so now they're holding the good footage hostage, and now fans are in a lose-lose situation. So even if this new set were to fail in some way, they can say, well, see, this is why 16:9 works. Because the fans want it.
No.
This is why the orange breaks and the season sets sold. They were cheap, and they came with a bunch of episodes. That's why. That's the only reason why they succeeded. Other than that, both those sets would have failed. If you try to market those the same way as the level sets were, they would have failed. Because I would have, for me, I have the season sets. I have the whole thing for the season sets. I don't know where they are. I had one of them near me, I just don't know where it went. Yeah, for me, I have the whole season sets. I have all 9 seasons for the season set. But at the time, that was really my only option for getting the season sets because they were cheap. At the time, they were like 20 bucks a piece. I can get all 9 seasons for roughly around 200 bucks or something like that. Compared to this 30th anniversary, you want to sell people 350 bucks for it. That's too overpriced, especially at the time with the season sets. Like I said, you can get like it was 20 bucks a piece, so I can get that over time, but this is asking for upfront. And it makes it even worse that you're trying to crowdfund this. And crowdfunding with 300 bucks a piece with 3,000 to be sold, that's over $1 million you're asking for. You're a multi-million-dollar company, and this is your biggest IP ever. And you want to do this to the series. You don't want to treat it with respect at all. This is what happens. You want to oversaturate the colors. You want to take away the grain, which takes away the details. I don't have a problem with taking away grain, by the way. I like how Dragon Ball kind of looks. But if you want to take away grain, you can't not have a huge compromise like that. It can't work like that. Like I said, you're just better off just paying the way more money, just getting the Dragon boxes, because at least at that point you can say I have something rare that's out of print, and you have the best version of the release. But with this, yes, you can say you have something that's rare, but you can't say you have the best version of it. At least with the season sets, I can just, if I wanted to, I can just go buy that for someone else who's just trying to get into the series. That's why I would recommend someone the season set. It's cheap, and really whoever's getting those anyways doesn't really care too much about the quality of this series. That's why. But with these, you're marketing it toward the hardcore fandom, and you're failing at that. That's why this is going to fail. No, it's not even going to fail, actually, because anything with the Dragon Ball name to it, it's going to succeed either way, and that's the worst part about it. The level sets, I wish they would do something like that with the level sets again. That's what this set needs. It needs to be a level sets kind of thing. It needs to be like a Dragon Box re-release, because that's the main reason why people even wanted this set to exist. They wanted a cheaper alternative to the Dragon Boxes, but you didn't even want to give. And that's really all I have to say about this video, otherwise I'm going to keep rambling on and just repeating myself. But yeah, like I said, I'll just, if I don't already, here's my reminder to myself while I'm editing to show the comparisons. It's just not good. Do not waste your money on this series. If you already did, I would recommend you to back out. It's not going to work. Go to my Instagram, link will probably be in the description. You can see a lot of comparisons on there I've done of the series. It's not good at all. Trust me, do not waste your money on this. You vote with your wallets. You do not say, please stop saying,
oh, you people need to stop complaining. They're just trying their best.
No, they're not trying their best, because we know they've done better. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Again, if you like this video, leave a like. If not, you know what to do. And make sure you subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video in 3 months, because that's apparently how my upload schedule goes. See you later.